Embracing Stoic principles for daily serenity. In our relentless pursuit of self-improvement, it's easy to get lost in the noise, the endless stream of productivity hacks and superficial fixes that promise instant transformation. However, true and lasting growth often lies not in adding more to our lives, but in cultivating a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us, embracing the timeless principles of Stoicism to navigate life's inevitable challenges with clarity, resilience, and unwavering inner peace. Stepping away from solitary mountaintop meditations, this episode offers a practical, down-to-earth guide to incorporating Stoic philosophy into our daily routines, empowering us to find serenity amidst the chaos and cultivate a mental fortress against the storms of life. Inspired by the wisdom of ancient philosophers like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius, we'll delve into actionable steps that enable us to control what we can, gracefully accept what we cannot, reduce stress, and build unshakable mental fortitude. Whether you're grappling with a frustrating traffic jam, coping with a disappointing trip cancellation, or facing a significant life crisis, the insights shared here will equip you to remain calm, centered, and grounded in the present moment. This journey transcends mere intellectual understanding, it's an invitation to transform your mindset, cultivate virtuous habits, and live a life guided by reason, purpose, and unwavering inner strength. Picture yourself navigating the daily grind with equanimity, transforming setbacks into opportunities for growth, and finding genuine contentment not in fleeting external achievements, but in the enduring strength of your own character. This is the essence of Stoicism, and the path to unlocking its transformative power begins now. Prepare to embark on a journey of self-discovery, where ancient wisdom meets modern challenges, illuminating the path to a life of unparalleled peace, purpose, and resilience. A daily curriculum for the Stoic life. The first lesson on our journey emphasizes the fundamental path to serenity, and it's likely not what you expect. It's not about escaping the world or seeking refuge in some idyllic retreat, but rather about mastering the art of control, or, more accurately, the art of recognizing what lies beyond our control. The reality of life is that it is messy. Life will throw us lemons from time to time. The traffic will happen when it shouldn't. There will be the person that cuts you off in line. Inevitably, these events that are totally out of our control will hijack our emotions and send us into a spiral of frustration. However, what is important to remember is the idea that the only thing we can truly control is our own minds, our own thoughts, beliefs, and reactions. Epictetus has put it that the one chief task of life is simply this: identify, and separate matters so that we can identify what is not under our control, and that we can understand what we actually control. It's about discerning the difference, the defining line between our internal world, where we wield dominion, and the external world, where we must learn to adapt and accept. To embrace this, you must know your circle of control. Think of a circle, where you have direct control of your thoughts, actions, and choices. Outside of this circle are all those things that you cannot control, the weather, others' opinions, and so on. Focus on what you can control and let go of what is outside of that circle. Accept what you can't change. Accepting the current situation doesn't mean that you should just give up, but that it is what it is. Instead of fighting with what is, learn to accept it with grace. Even the Serenity Prayer states that there should be serenity to accept the things that cannot be changed, courage to change the things we can, and wisdom to know the difference between the two. There is always a choice in how you respond when you are faced with a difficult situation. You can choose to react with negative emotions, or you can choose to respond with calmness and understanding. Viktor Frankl put it best when he said that between stimulus and response, there is our power to choose our response. In that, there is our growth and freedom. In that freedom, there is our strength to deal with tough situations. Expanding on the core principle of control, our second lesson delves into the practical application of the circle of control, transforming it from an abstract concept into a tangible tool for navigating the daily grind with greater ease and effectiveness, acting as your personal Zen zone. It's not a fleeting trend, but rather a foundational element of Stoic philosophy, embraced by ancient thinkers like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius, who understood that the key to lasting peace lies in discerning the boundary between what we can influence and what we must accept. This concept helps reduce stress, helping you worry less about things. A simple reminder that helps with this is to stop stressing out about what you can't control, and to start stressing about what you can control. You also get more empowerment with your actions. You gain realization over your actions, so that you are an active participant of your life, and not just some victim. This also helps with better decision-making. When you have an understanding over what you can and can't control, you're able to make better decisions overall. The job interview is a great real-world example of this concept. You can't control if you get hired or not, but you can control how you prepare, how you present yourself, and how you follow up with those that interviewed you. Focus on those parts, and release the need for the desired result. Social media storms are another thing. It's impossible to control what others say about you online, but you can control how you react to it. You can choose to ignore it, engage in discussion, or to just log off and do something that makes you happy. While you can't always directly control the circle, there are things you can do to influence it. The weather is what it is, but you can choose to carry an umbrella or not. This is one of the best tools for living a more fulfilling and peaceful life by giving you the ability to focus on what you can do. Moving beyond external circumstances, our third lesson addresses the internal forces that often hold us captive, those insidious puppet strings that tug at our minds and pull us in myriad directions, disrupting our focus, fueling our anxieties, and diminishing our sense of self-control. This lesson is about cutting all of those strings that keep your mind racing and trapped. What are these unseen tethers that bind us? They are the relentless barrage of external influences that bombard us daily, the constant churn of the news cycle, the curated realities of social media, the seductive allure of advertising, the subtle pressures of peer conformity, and the pervasive expectations of society. They are the internal voices of self-doubt, the insidious whispers that tell us we're not good enough, smart enough, or successful enough. And they are the fears and insecurities that hold us back from pursuing our dreams and living our lives to the fullest. To address this, you need to be more aware of them. Become aware of what is causing you stress, and what is holding you back. Once you identify what these things are, you can start to let them loose from their hold over you. Question everything. You should not accept things for how they are. This will help you understand the messages that you are receiving from the world. Set boundaries for what you can and cannot do so that you don't allow things that don't align with your goals. Practice mindfulness. This helps you be in the present moment, and will help you become aware of what you think and feel, without allowing you to get caught up in them. Cultivate inner strength. Build strength in yourself and self-confidence so that you can start to trust your own judgment, and to make decisions based on your own values. Building on the foundation of inner awareness, our fourth lesson offers a guiding principle for navigating the complexities of life with unwavering resolve and unwavering peace. Peace is in staying the course, serving as a reliable GPS for a life lived with intention and purpose. This isn't about blindly adhering to a rigid plan or stubbornly refusing to adapt to changing circumstances. Rather, it's about cultivating a deep-rooted serenity that stems from knowing your values, setting your goals, and sticking to your convictions even when the going gets tough. The FOMO trap constantly shows the individual something new that they are not doing. Constantly, there are messages telling them that they're not being enough, doing enough, or having enough. The Stoics believed that you should align your actions with your values, and accepting what you can or can't control. Seneca stated that, tranquility can't be grasped except by those who have reached an unwavering and firm power of judgment. With that unwavering state, you need to know who you are, as well as what kind of person you want to be. You will need to take some time to write these things down. This will be your compass through all of the storms in life. You must also set your sights and to create a plan to help you achieve all that you want to accomplish. Break all those big goals into smaller ones that you can more realistically hit. It will also help you embrace life, knowing that it isn't sunshine all the time. It's also important to celebrate small wins. Even if you don't reach the finish line, celebrate the little things that you did achieve. The fifth lesson goes on to address the unconscious patterns that govern much of our behavior, often leading us down paths that are detrimental to our well-being. In it, the student is encouraged to never do anything out of habit, break free from the mental chains. For all the good in the world that certain habits can do, such as the good ones like exercising, there are still some sneaky ones that create limits and cause us to not grow. These things can trap us. Breaking free from these will allow for great awareness when they are broken, because there will now be attention to what feelings, thoughts, and actions happen, as well as what choices were the results of that. Doing this will cause us to expand more. There will now be more perspectives that we take than previously, where there was a more narrower way of thinking. This will help us be more intentional in the decisions that we are making, and we will be able to spend what we have in ways that will bring happiness. William James has put it that habit is the enormous flywheel of society. The path is now there for us to move on in our lives and to do our thing. It's the path that we want to do, not the habits that we've been so accustomed to. The sixth lesson tackles the pervasive hustle culture that glorifies endless busyness and relentless productivity, encouraging us to question the true meaning and value of our work. In it, it is recognized that the real work is one that requires you to ditch the hustle and find your flow. We now live in a world that is constantly telling us to do and be more, and with this, we are constantly distracted. Seneca stated that what makes life feel so short is that we waste so much of it. It is what makes us not get to the highest of achievements. Reboot our ways to have more meaning and fulfillment. First, you must define what your real work is, or what is something that aligns with your true purpose in life. Ditch the distractions that are always there and take away your focus, such as social media. Learn to establish limits for yourself to help you stay on track. In establishing the aforementioned limits, learn to have deep work so that you can immerse yourself in the task. In doing this, you should find a balance between the challenge and skills. If you have too little skills, you will feel overwhelmed, but if you have a good balance, then you will feel in your flow and be more productive. It's also important to prioritize rest so that you don't burn yourself out. The seventh lesson encourages us to cultivate a more imaginative and perceptive way of interacting with the world. See the world like a poet and an artist, unleash your inner creative genius. Instead of merely passively observing our surroundings, we can choose to engage with them actively, seeking out beauty, meaning, and inspiration in the ordinary moments of everyday life. We are often too consumed with our phones or other things that we forget that the world has so much awe in it. This is something that needs to be recaptured. This idea was around since ancient Greece, where they would contemplate and speculate the hidden patterns as well as other things. We must slow down to appreciate the beauty around us, and see if there are more ways to interact with it. The eighth lesson encapsulates a powerful truth about human agency and inner strength. Wherever you go, there your choice is your inner compass in a chaotic world. It's about recognizing that our true freedom lies not in controlling our external circumstances, but in mastering our response to them, choosing our attitude, our thoughts, and our actions regardless of the situations we face. The ninth lesson encourages us to cultivate a more active and intentional relationship with our minds. Reignite your thoughts, upgrade your mental software. Rather than passively allowing our thoughts to drift and meander, we can choose to take control, to challenge limiting beliefs, to cultivate a growth mindset, and to enhance our creativity and innovation. The mind is a muscle that needs to be worked on constantly, and it can be our greatest strength. Finally, the 10th lesson provides a guiding principle for navigating the complexities of choice and decision-making. Always choose the option that creates inner, self-approval. It's about aligning decisions with core values. You can't always do the right thing, but it's about making sure the reasons for choices, and the consequences that result from that, are known. A life of intention, forged in quiet strength. As this journey comes to an end, I hope that each lesson was a valuable one. We must never forget that the journey of life is never about doing more, but recognizing that it is about making the right and difficult choices that we make. These choices are the way to living with greater freedom. True transformation doesn't happen with loud noises, but the steps that you take that are meant for self-improvement. Keep growing to always help let go of what no longer serves you.